City police are searching for the people involved in a weekend shooting that left one person dead.
Plus, we have the latest details on a death investigation following Sioux Falls fire this morning. And
authorities in California are searching for a motive in the Lunar New Year mass shooting.
Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to First at 4. I'm Kelly Volk.
And I'm Don Jorgensen. We're following some breaking news out of Des Moines, Iowa. 2 students are dead following a shooting at a charter school this afternoon.
The teacher is also in the hospital in serious condition. The names of the victims have not been released. Des Moines police took 3 people into custody.
The shooting happened at a charter school called Starts Right Here. It was started by rapper Will Keeps to help at-risk students. Now we're following our sister station in Des Moines, Iowa for the latest information, and we'll keep you updated on the shooting.
Authorities in Sioux Falls are trying to figure out how a person died after they were found in a burned building. Sioux Falls Fire Rescue were called to the fire in the central part of the city at about 3:30 this morning. When crews arrived, they found smoke coming out of the second floor. Firefighters found a person inside the building who died at the scene. Fire rescue and police are investigating the cause and origin of the fire.
Rapid City police are trying to find the suspects connected to a weekend homicide. The shooting happened Saturday night along Surfwood Drive. When officers arrived, they found a man with gunshot wounds inside an apartment. He later died at the hospital. Authorities searched 2 other apartments for evidence. So far, police have not arrested any suspects. Rapid City police say that the shooting was not random and that the public is not in any kind of danger.
Another victim of Saturday night's mass shooting in Monterey Park, California, has died, bringing the death toll to 11.
And 9 other people were wounded. A candlelight vigil is planned for tonight. Max Darrow has the latest details on the investigation.
Candles and flowers were left outside the Star Dance Studio in Monterey Park, California, Monday as a memorial to the victims of this weekend's mass shooting.
This is just a devastating, tragic moment for our community. I think many of us are still in disbelief.
The shots rang out as a group of mostly Asian American seniors celebrated the Lunar New Year Saturday night. Among the victims, 65-year-old Mai Nan. In a statement on Twitter, her family said she spent many years going to the dance studio. It's what she loved to do, and they are starting the Lunar New Year broken.
Today was supposed to be a happy, nice day for everyone to enjoy.
The shooting cast a shadow over Lunar New Year celebrations in this predominantly Asian American community. The city of Monterey Park says it has set up a crisis center for anyone affected by the tragedy. The LA County Sheriff identified the suspect as 72-year-old Hu Can Tran. Authorities say about a half hour after the first shooting, he entered another dance hall 3 miles away. A man working there says he wrestled the gun away from the suspect, who fled in a white van. Law enforcement eventually tracked down the van, and the sheriff says the suspect took his own life as a SWAT team moved in.
Several pieces of evidence were found inside the van, linking the suspect to both locations.
Investigators searched the suspect's home as they tried to determine the motive behind the massacre. Max Darrow, CBS News, Monterey Park, California.
The White House ordered flags at half-staff in honor of the victims.
All right, let's get a check of our weather now. Meteorologist Adam Rutt, kind of quiet out there today.
Yeah, not a bad day at all. We had a little bit of cloud cover at first. Now we've been breaking into some sunshine, and then the cloud cover builds back in as we head later into the evening and overnight, for that matter. We'll take a look outside. We'll start in Harrisburg this time around, where we have some blue skies with a view north along the train tracks. 33 with a westerly wind at 11 miles per hour. Also some blue skies above Rapid City with a few fair weather clouds. 39 in Pennington County. South wind at just 10 miles per hour. A few areas around 40, like Phillip, for example. Not far off the pace as we saw in Rapid City. Spearfish also 36 along with Buffalo, 32 Custer and Pine Ridge, 36 your number in Pierre, 35 Chamberlain. 30s basically across the board, unless you're in areas toward Watertown, you're just underneath that mark at 29. So we have seen that sunshine break in with high pressure settling overhead, just enough to keep things actually rather pleasant. But like I said earlier, don't get used to that. We do have that cloud cover building back in as we head overnight. Low temperatures with that cloud cover building in place won't fall too far down, but we're still looking at either side of 10, if not into the low to mid teens to the east. Teens with a couple of 20s, though, to the west. For your day tomorrow, We may see a little bit of early morning fog in a couple of locations to the southeast. Beyond that, will become partly to mostly cloudy. Temperatures holding in the low to mid 30s, a few upper 20s though toward Worthington. A little bit further north on I-29 keeps us in the 20s along and east of the interstate, below 30s toward Aberdeen, Miller, and Huron. Also a little bit more sunshine out that way. To the west, we get into the upper 30s and low 40s with a healthy mix of sun and clouds, but it is going to be a little on the breezy side. We get a bit windy on Wednesday, and then we watch the tail end of the forecast for more than one reason. We'll talk about that as we head through the hour.
Thanks, Adam. A 25-year-old man is behind bars in connection with a crash that sent several people to the hospital. Investigators say the incident happened Friday night when an officer spotted a car speeding near East 10th Street and Sycamore Avenue. The officer tried to stop the car. Authorities say the suspect vehicle ran a red light and hit another car. Right now, authorities do not have updates on the conditions of the people who were hurt. Police arrested Colin Hansen for vehicular battery. Officers also arrested a passenger, Ethan Stewart, who is allegedly a parole absconder.
Sioux Falls police also arrested people in connection with two separate robberies. One happened Sunday morning at a business in central Sioux Falls near Nelson Park. Now, investigators say that Thomas Anderson III handed a note to a clerk demanding cash or he would blow up the place. The second robbery was Friday morning near East 10th Street and Bonson Avenue. Authorities say that Alicia Abdo tried to take money from the business. Investigators say an employee was hurt as Abdo tried to run away, and another employee held her until police arrived.
An FDA advisory panel is considering scheduling an annual vaccine for COVID-19, similar to how flu vaccines are administered. The group will meet Thursday to discuss how to simplify and streamline the coronavirus vaccination process. The panel said it will likely evaluate the composition of the COVID-19 vaccine each year in June and make a recommendation for the following year.
For hundreds of cancer patients in KELOLAND, treatment can mean long hours on the road. They are often forced to drive to Sioux Falls to receive radiation or chemotherapy. But Sanford Health has committed to expanding into smaller communities, including one in Worthington, Minnesota.
Sometimes as much as weekly, sometimes every day if they're on the radiation side of things. So we just see them very frequently. We're always talking to them on the phone if they have side effects from chemotherapy to help manage those things. So we just really form a bond and a relationship with our patients just from very constant contact.
Coming up tonight at 6, a Worthington woman shares her story of being treated closer to home as she beats breast cancer.